What happens when Roman Reigns walks into Monday Night Raw as World Heavyweight Champion, knowing that every major superstar wants a shot at his title? That is the question WWE fans are asking today. Tonight's Monday Night Raw is expected to bring major developments following the shocking events of SummerSlam and last week's explosive show. Roman Reigns remains at the center of the World Heavyweight Championship picture, while LA Knight has made it clear that he wants to be part of the conversation. And that is only the beginning. Welcome back to the channel. If you are a true WWE fan, make sure you stay until the end because tonight could set up some very interesting matches for the weeks ahead. Let's get straight into today's WWE update. Roman Reigns is walking into Raw with the World Heavyweight Championship around his waist. At SummerSlam, Reigns defeated Seth Rollins and continued his championship run. That victory was huge because Seth Rollins has been one of Reigns' biggest rivals for years. Their history goes all the way back to the Shield, and every time these two meet, there is a different level of tension. But after SummerSlam, Roman's next problem appeared. LA Knight confronted Roman Reigns on last week's Raw. LA Knight is not the kind of superstar who waits patiently for an opportunity. He wants the biggest matches, the biggest stage, and most importantly, the championship. The confrontation with Roman immediately created questions about whether LA Knight could become Roman's next major challenger. But there is another interesting development. WWE is building toward a championship opportunity in Mexico City, and a tournament is expected to determine Roman Reigns' challenger. That means several superstars now have a chance to put themselves directly into the World Heavyweight Championship picture. One of the matches to watch is Penta versus Laredo Kid. Penta is already a major name in WWE, and whenever he steps inside the ring, the match can change in seconds. His speed, aggression, and unpredictable style make him extremely dangerous. Laredo Kid, meanwhile, has the opportunity to shock everyone. This is exactly what makes a tournament exciting. One match can completely change a superstar's career. Imagine Penta winning the tournament and then standing across from Roman Reigns with the World Heavyweight Championship on the line. That would be a completely different challenge for Roman. But Roman Reigns has already shown that he can survive against some of the toughest opponents WWE has put in front of him. Earlier this year, Reigns captured the World Heavyweight Championship by defeating CM Punk at WrestleMania 42. Since then, he has continued to prove why he remains one of WWE's biggest stars. But now the pressure is getting bigger. Everyone knows that Roman cannot avoid challengers forever. And while Roman focuses on his championship, other major stories are developing on Raw. Seth Rollins is another name that fans should watch closely. After losing to Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, what will Seth do next? Will he demand another championship opportunity? Will he move into a different rivalry? Or could WWE eventually build another chapter between Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins? Their story has already lasted for years, and WWE knows that fans still react strongly whenever these two are involved. Then there is Oba Femi. Oba Femi has quickly become one of the most physically dominant names in WWE. His power and intensity make him a serious threat to almost anyone. If WWE decides to move Oba Femi closer to the World Heavyweight Championship picture, Roman Reigns could eventually have another monster standing in his way. And that could be a very interesting matchup. Roman has faced powerful opponents before, but Oba Femi brings a different kind of challenge. Another major story coming out of last week's Raw was the shocking return of Big Cass. Big Cass returned and attacked J. Evans, immediately making his presence known. A return like this changes the entire atmosphere of the show. When a superstar returns after being away, fans naturally want to know one thing. Why did he come back? And more importantly, who is going to stop him? If Big Cass continues targeting J. Evans, WWE could be preparing a new rivalry that becomes one of Raw's biggest stories. The women's division also has plenty happening. Becky Lynch and Stephanie Vaquer are two names that continue to attract major attention. Becky Lynch is one of the most experienced stars in the entire women's division, while Stephanie Vaquer has shown that she can compete at the highest level. Whenever these two are involved in major storylines, fans know that something important could happen. So tonight's Raw is not simply another weekly episode. It is about building the next chapter after SummerSlam. Roman Reigns is the champion. LA Knight wants an opportunity. Penta and Laredo Kid have a tournament match. Oba Femi continues to establish himself as a dangerous force. Seth Rollins is looking for his next move. Big Cass has returned, and the women's division is also developing new rivalries. That gives WWE plenty of options. The biggest question remains Roman Reigns. How long can he remain champion? Who will eventually defeat him? Could LA Knight be the superstar to do it? Could Penta surprise everyone? Could another tournament competitor emerge as Roman's biggest threat? Or could WWE eventually create another huge rivalry involving Seth Rollins? We simply don't know yet. And that uncertainty is exactly what makes tonight's Raw interesting. One thing is certain, WWE is already looking toward the next major chapter. If you are a Roman Reigns fan, tonight is a show you do not want to miss. If you are an LA Knight fan, this could be the beginning of a major championship story. And if you are simply a WWE fan, there are several reasons to watch. So keep your eyes on Monday Night Raw because one surprise appearance, one attack, or one shocking match result could completely change the championship picture. And remember, WWE stories can change in a single night. Roman Reigns may enter Raw as the champion, but by the end of the night, the next challenger could become clear. So what do you think? Should LA Knight be Roman Reigns' next challenger? Could Penta win the tournament and challenge Roman? And who do you think will eventually take the World Heavyweight Championship away from Roman Reigns? Let me know your prediction in the comments. If you enjoyed this WWE update, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next WWE news update. Because in WWE, anything can happen. And tonight, the next chapter begins.